911. I think my son has overdosed, and I think he may be dead this night.
Did you know 1 out of 5 teens has misused a prescription pain medication? Drug overdose deaths are second only to car crashes for unintentional death.
If you suspect someone has overdosed on prescription or illegal drugs, get help. Don't wait until it's too late. Do it by the numbers. Dial 911.
Welcome back to Olympia Park in Wellington, Florida. It's Berean Christian taking on Village Academy, and Berean with a 6-0 lead to begin the first quarter. Over the right side, again, a lot of push there by Ryan Bassaraw. Bassaraw is having a big night, as a matter of fact. He had 52 yards just before that run. I think that's going to give him another 10 or 11. So Bassaraw is well on his way to having a 100-yard game, and in fact, plenty of time here in the second quarter, John Alardo, maybe 100 yards in the first half.
Very, very possible. Again, tonight's very unusual because usually the Dogs throw first and run second, but they're having success, obviously.
The offensive line is getting a good surge there, and Bassaraw again, and he just keeps chugging those legs, and that's going to be 11 more. So now we're up to about 75 yards rushing.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be Adrian Peterson-like, but he is having a good first half.
Absolutely he is, and he's got to be getting a little bit tired, I would think. Here's a replay on this last one, John. Tell us what you think.
Well, they've been running off tackle there, and again, we've run this play several times tonight, and it seems like each time we're able to pick up anywhere from 8 to 11 yards, so keep going back to the well until it dries up, I suppose.
And a timeout taken here by Village Academy. The Tigers are back on their heels a bit, and I think head coach Kevin Thompson wanted to talk to his guys and see if he can steady things out there for them. Again, 6-0, 9:23 left in the second quarter, and an interesting game so far. We've had a little too many penalty flags, but minus the penalty flags, I think everything has gone pretty much to script for Berean Christian.
Absolutely. You bring in some big star and score a couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a good mood.
Yep, a good showing of fans out here for the game as well.
Absolutely.
There are only small bleachers here at this stadium, so the fans are lined up along the field. And now we are resuming the drive here. First and goal. And to give up the middle, and this time nobody will stop him in time. That's Bassaraw in for the touchdown, and a 12-0 Berean Christian lead.
Yeah, he busted that up the middle. That went off straight up the gut, and rumbling, tumbling.
The first man to hit him was at the goal line, so that wasn't gonna stop Mr. Bassaraw, who is having a whale of a night here. And just on an informal basis, I can predict he's got about 82 yards rushing already in the first half. All right, for the extra point here, we got Michael Miller doing the honors, and a much better try this time as it splits the uprights. And it is now 13-0. Berean Christian here. Let's take a look at the touchdown.
Well, he goes right over tackle. There's
huge hole there.
Arthur Kraus, number 83, that blew that hole open for Bassaraw to come up through it. And of course, a couple yards later, he's in to score, and Dogsville celebrating.
Well, and when I was a little tight, I played right guard. So what we're going to do right now? We're going to give the offensive linemen their props because they don't get mentioned enough. So for Berean Christian, the center, number 52, is Curry Black, and you can correct me, John, if I mispronounce anything here. The guard, Eric Krieger.
Yep.
There is the other guard on the other side, Derek
Medellin.
Yep. Okay. And the tackles are Kelby Maynor and Arthur Kraus.
Yes, and Arthur Kraus just was the one that opened that up there.
And if we had to hand out game balls in the first half, we might have to hand one to the offensive line because, yes, Bassaraw has done a great job, but just like that touchdown run, he has had some very wide open holes to run through.
Absolutely.
All right, and now to kick things off for Berean Christian, That's Jonathan Alardo, and that's going to go out of bounds and is going to give us another flag. We may have a record number of flags here tonight. I think we've had about 30 already. Might be overstating it a touch, but maybe not too much. But that's not going to be a terrible flag. That's just going to bring the ball out here to the 35-yard line and good field position, starting field position. Or are they going to make them kick it again? Anyway, yes, we are going to kick it again. They're going to take the penalty. And that's going to put the ball back to the 40-yard line, or 35-yard line, rather, they're going to kick from. So we would expect possibly a return on this one if we can, if the ball stays in bounds this time. Here is Mr. Alardo. And that one's going to be down the middle. A low kick that's going to bounce a couple of times, having a little trouble handling it, and running to his right, and actually doing a pretty nice job of running. And he's got some open field in front of him. One man to beat. No, he got caught from behind.
Alex Moyce.
Alex Moyce making a touchdown-saving tackle there on what was a terrific run back there. And I believe, well, I'll look to see his number.
Number 12, I thought.
Was it number 12? Well, we
like
don't have a 12 on the roster there, so I'm not sure. Well, we might have a replay of it, so here we go. Here's the kick.
And it is number.
And it's okay. It's number 10. Okay, so that was Jeremy Strange, who almost got caught back there after the little fumble and then was able to backtrack a bit and then turn the corner and almost broke this. I initially said he had one man to beat, and that would have been the kicker, your son, but actually he slowed him up possibly enough. Yeah, you see he slows up here, and then he's going to be overtaken right there by the tight end, Alex Moyce. So nice job on the return and a nice job stopping a touchdown by the Bulldogs.
Well, once again, special teams is going to be very exciting tonight for sure.
And I don't know if we had a penalty there or not, but it looks, yes, we do have a penalty. We got a personal foul on the defense. Not exactly sure what that was, but we do know what it means is tack on 10 more yards and a first down for the Tigers, who are down now 13-0, and that really helps them out. They were able to they weren't able to get much done on their first and only offensive series thus far in the half. That was back in the first quarter. So here we go again. Larry Brim is the quarterback, and he is back in the shotgun. It looks like he is going to go deep. He's going deep down the left side. He's got a man back there, and it looked almost picked off.
Keon Berry, he read that from his safety position and looked like they were in a cover two. That's football lingo,
yeah,
cover two.
Cover two. And he was double covered as well.
But Keon almost came up with the pick on that.
Well, you've got to give Village some credit. They're being bold about this. They definitely have some athletes, and our man, Mr. Brim here, has a darn good arm. That was a good 40 yards in the air, that pass. Look at the trajectory on it. And he's hoping that his man here can come down with it. Didn't get enough air, though. That was the problem there for our receiver, Devontae Robinson. If he could have timed his leap a little better, he might have had a chance at that. All right, here we go now, 2nd down and 10. Going to fake the give, a little swing pass out to the right side, and that is number 1, Marquise Wheel, who is not going to get much, surprisingly enough, or not surprisingly enough, depending on how you look at it. Berean's defense quick to get to that and stop it for a very short gain.
Alex Moyce got out there on the end and made the receiver cut back in, and then Tannen Roberts, who's probably one of our hardest hitters defensively, he mopped up on the play.
He mopped up. Okay, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And we're seeing a pattern repeated here on the first offensive series. And there's our defensive lineman, Carissa Freeman, who is not just there for show, ladies and gentlemen. She is out there and doing pretty well as far as we can tell. So 3rd down now. Brim back in the shotgun. And it looks like they might have taken a little bit too much time with that. We have another flag, and it looks like they're going to back them up 5 yards. Yep, delay of game against Village Academy.
Well, you know, two young teams. Obviously, flags are to be expected. Even though this is game 3 or game 4 for both of these teams. You know, when you got two young teams, even game 4 looks a lot like preseason sometimes for maybe
right.
other teams. So.
Right. And again, you know, it's been kind of a stop and start season for both of these teams, where one game, week 1 game didn't happen, and that had to be a big disappointment.
Absolutely.
I know, because you had a lot of alumni in town. And here a pass out to the left, which is going and is going to be pulled down. David Knowles is going to be pulled down. Looks like inside the 10-yard line. A good job of breaking tackles there by Knowles, and a good job of Berean for stopping him. I thought he might have 6 there, but looks like someone in the secondary was quick enough to get there and make the stop.
That was a third down and about 14 or so.
Taking a look at the replay here.
Knowles catches it out there on the flat and makes a move, cuts back in.
Breaks 2 tackles
breaks
here.
All Waters
Looked
tackle.
like he was going to lose his footing, but he kept his footing pretty well.
Picks up a block there. Keon Berry, number 5.
Is going to be the one who will knock him out of bounds.
Yeah.
All right, back to the action on the field. 1st and goal for the Tigers, looking for their first score of the game here. Again in the shotgun is Brim. He's rolling to his right. He breaks a tackle. And all that running is not going to get him much. If anything, he's back to the original line of scrimmage. And then, now this is interesting too, and you don't see this too often in high school football, where a quarterback is playing in the shotgun every single play, and that's how they have done it.
Yeah, well, you know, certainly the style of football has really changed over, 10, 15 years kind of thing, to where everything now is spread formations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even our team, we run a lot of spread formation situations, and sort of gone are the days of the pro set and the I formation and so forth.
Well, I think Rick Blackwell is on the sideline, and he's giving me the wave that he might have a couple of guests, and since we're having a water break here, this might be a good time to talk to Rick. Rick, can you take it away?
Is Carissa Freeman, and I wanted to talk to her family and see how this all started, that Carissa wanted to play football. And I'm with Carissa's mom right now, and Dale, she comes home from school and she says, Mom, I want to play football. What'd you think?
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And she's like, yeah, I want to do it. And I said, she goes, well, going into sports medicine, it's something that she wanted to learn and figure out and see what the injuries are. And I'm like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I'll support you, but just don't get hurt.
Well, Chad and Eric are the big brothers. Okay, guys, we're looking up here. Tell us, when you guys were playing in the backyard, did you notice that she had some talent, or she was into the game, or did this come as a surprise?
She was tougher than normal. She got back up. She never stayed down, and she just she kept at it, and she's tough as nails.
Let's check in with this play right here, because it's a key possession right now for Village. Well, let me ask you, when you watch her play, because you guys played high school football for Royal Palm Beach, just assess her game. Do you think she's hanging with the boys?
Yeah, definitely. She's one of the biggest kids out there. For being a girl, she's definitely bigger than most of the kids on the other team, and she can push her weight around. She definitely can. She's not afraid to hit somebody.
And Mom, do you watch a little nervous, or are you into the game, or just tell us what's it like watching your daughter?
I'm into the game, but also nervous, because that's my daughter. I look at her as fragile, but she's tough. She's a tough cookie.
She did a great job, too, in the pregame. Let's watch this play right now as Village has the football.